Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's Steve coming at you. Hope you're having a great day. Well, we have another officer-involved shooting of a black man in Kenosha, Wisconsin. A guy named Jacob Blake was, and let's just call it what it is. If you haven't seen the videos, you'll see them. They're online. You can get them. Jacob Blake, I'm sure you've all heard the story by now because it's national news. Resisting arrest, avoiding the police. They tried to arrest him. Turns out he had priors. They had a warrant for his arrest. There was a warrant for his arrest out. It was a disturbance that was called because apparently he was in a woman's home. He wasn't supposed to be. Took her car keys, whatever. But the police tried to arrest him. He doesn't want to be arrested. He jumps in. He got his van. He's trying to get back in his van. He's got little kids in the seat of the van. By the way, the back seat of the van. He tries to get back in the car. It looks like he's reaching for something. The officer's trying to keep him from getting in the car. Pull on his shirt, trying to keep him from getting in the car. Shoots him in the back 7 times. I agree with that. That was excessive. The officer, couple of 3 times would have worked. He needed to shoot the guy 7 times. He falls to the ground. First you hear him fall on the horn. Then he falls to the ground. They get him to the hospital. He doesn't die, but supposedly he's paralyzed. But we'll see, because the story keeps changing every day. And of course, they start rioting in Kenosha, Wisconsin, burning down buildings, burning down businesses, burning down car lots, just destroying everything. And I had a conversation with a good friend of mine. Shout out to Micah, by the way. Great friend of mine who actually lives in Wisconsin. And we just said, now we both black. She's black, I'm black. And she was talking to a family member, also black. And we're all pretty much saying the same thing. You can hear in the video, the police repeatedly, and there's like 4 or 5 police officers there with their guns drawn, repeatedly telling my guy to stop, do not get in the car, stop, freeze, don't do it, stop. The people around him who supposedly know him are also telling him stop, just listen. He will not comply because he's big and bad now because he fought the cops and they fought him off of him. And now he's trying to get in his car and he's trying to reach for something. Nobody knows what. Don't know if it's a gun or some other weapon or what. He gets shot. Stop playing stupid games. You'll stop winning stupid prizes. I don't understand what people don't get about this. Mike and I had the same discussion. Why didn't he just stop? They must have said stop 10 to 12, 15 times. Stop, 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 stop. Multiple times. He refused to comply. And he got shot. Sorry you got shot 7 times, bro. You wouldn't have got shot any times if you just complied. And what I don't like about this from a cultural perspective is what our people need to learn. If you're really so afraid of cops, especially LeBron James, I'm just going to divert for a moment. LeBron James came out last night talking about how it's really scary being black in America, right? Shut up, LeBron. Your punk ass is worth $500 million with a B dollars. What are you scared of? You got private security. You got security that guards you guys when you go to the game. You got security where you're at in the bubble right now. You got security wherever you go, whenever you go somewhere right now. What are you scared of? Shut up. Stop trying to be down with the rest of us because you're not one of us. You live in a completely different zip code. You have a completely different tax, in a completely different tax bracket. And I ain't mad at you for any of those things, but you made it. Stop acting like you one of us because you're not. And you sound stupid. And all you're doing is making it worse for other black folks. Trying to scare them into believing every time they walk out of the house, the cops are going to we scared. Stop it. And we ain't scared every time we leave the house. I'm out of the house right now. I drove around all day. And I haven't had one problem in the world. I'm not one of these people scared to death to go anywhere. So stop feeding that bull. Almost cursed. Stop feeding that bull to our people. You need to stop, LeBron. I'm sick of you. This is why I can't watch the NBA games. Because you seem more interested in the social justice than you do in the games. And I'm not trying to have that. So I digress. Anyway, back to Jacob Blake. Got shot in the back. Survived, thankfully. They done burned down Kenosha. And you haven't heard, and the Democrat governor and the Democrat mayor initially were blaming the police for everything that took place. And if you go watch the video, Those of us who've seen the video and will be honest, will be like, well, why didn't you just listen to they were trying to tell him to stop, and who knows what he was reaching for. We see, those of us in the community who know goons, you can't always talk to goons. Sometimes you got to light them up, and because some people are only willing to learn the hard way. You don't wish that on them, but that's the only time they'll learn the lesson. And for those people who have to learn a lesson that way, then you go ahead and get that lesson. And the sooner you get it, the better off you'll be, providing you survive the lesson. There's just some people who are like that. And for some reason, our people, which is one of the things I said to her, we always protect and want to defend the lowest common denominator in our race. It's always the thug, it's always the goon. Or let's put it this way, it's very rarely an innocent black person who ain't minding their own business and ends up getting killed. Does that happen? Absolutely. And when it does, it is wrong, and people who did it should be punished. But most of the time, that's not it. And we need to stop acting like it is. And LeBron, you need to shut up. I'm sick of your rich ass pretending like you one of us. I'm not trying to hear nothing you have to say. Anyway, if you agree with me, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. If you don't, that cool. Just tell me, hey, Steve, I'm not really feeling it. Either way, it's fine. But this stuff has got to stop. We have got to stop acting like we don't have no sense every time some thug gets lit up for being stupid. You may disagree with me. That's fine. If you do, I'd love to hear from you as well. Just tell me either way in the comments. Leave a comment. Appreciate the growth of the channel. Continue to watch and listen. I look forward to talking to y'all again soon, and hope you have a great day. Take care.